theory, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you so much right now. How the hell? My God. My God.
Morning, Snowman. How goes it?
I got distracted by the golf cart. I screwed that up because I thought I was going to get hit by a golf cart. 8, 7.
Yo, Rat King
6,
Dad.
5,
How you doing?
4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go.
Don't look now, but earthquakening just arrived. They're kind of a big deal.
Oh, is that really a million? A million roses? Amazing. That's amazing. We're rather impressed. Such a pointless exercise. Well, thank you for doing it. We're so pleased. Yes, let's go home now.
Don't look now, but Starry_Boy just arrived. They're kind of a big deal.
Look at this! Look at this! It's 9:27. 1 million roses! Hello? Why was that musical? Why did I just auto-tune my own voice? Learned that white strawberries exist. Now Daisy,
Vividist's key.
Daisy,
Ready to play
female.
some cards?
Daisy's name in Japan is Horumon, apparently. A second cousin who is a cow through and through. Their running speed is the same as whether on 2 or 4 legs. I'm glad they don't have the old description for Daisy. For those who don't know, Daisy's feet squirt milk when she runs. I just think this is important for y'all to know. I'm glad this guy has no peripheral vision whatsoever. What? What? In theory, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you so much right now. How the hell? My God. My God. I need to do backspin if I'm doing this. I got distracted by the golf cart. Are we enjoying the background music? Hopefully y'all hear it. I screwed that up because I thought I was going to get hit by a golf cart. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Boom! Do we all hear the music? Oh! Is that really a million? A million roses? Amazing! That's amazing! We're rather impressed. Such a pointless exercise. Well, thank you for doing it. We're so pleased. Yes, let's go home now.
You did it.
Thank you, Mark. Nobody's talking to me. Look at this. Look at this. It's 9:27. 1 million roses. Hello. Why was that musical? Why did I just auto-tune my own voice? Learned that white strawberries exist. Now Daisy, female.
Hello, everyone. Hello. I know it'd cause a lot of chaos, but I want to talk really quick about something I'd really like to see Minecraft add to the game. and it's a really obscure kind of thing. But the bottom of the player head should flip between two different textures. It should show one texture if you're looking upward, if you're looking up at an angle that is more than level, and then if you're looking at an angle that is less than level, it should show a different one. So that way the back... Going? Sorry. Cat just stepped on the rechargeable compressed air fan, so the fan just started going off like nuts. That scared me. But yeah, no, there's I want a different texture if I'm looking up versus down, so that way you can basically have hair on the back of the head. That's only on the back of the head. So we're gonna have some music today. And I picked a playlist that was 90s and 2000s rock. I don't know this one, so I'm going to skip that one. I don't know this band. Who is Alter Bridge? Stop playing Alter Bridge. What I'd like is a playlist that's 2000s and 2010s rock. Actually, can I find a 2000s? Give me 2000s. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like it would just the problem is that it would just be a very big change, and I think that's where a lot of the problem would come in. Is it would be a very big change to skins and whatnot to add another section to it. But I feel like having that little connection would be so good. Like I get why. I understand that it would be very tough to do now. You know what? Here we go. This'll up a little more. There we go. But good morning, everybody. Hello, Snow. Hello, Rat. Hello, Earthquake. Hello, Wee. Hello, Vividus. Hello, Lapless. What are we doing today? I have no idea. I just got the game running again properly on this computer. Again, I had to do a slight tweak when I updated the version because apparently updating it had reset my Java arguments, which was leading to it doing a load dump again. Ow. It's been a whole thing. I think I have the music too loud. Everything will be just fine. There we go. But yeah, I don't know what I want to do. I don't have a plan. Last time we were on, we were working on getting all the beacons to load correctly. And that is in Distant Horizons. But the problem I'm running into right now is Distant Horizons and Voxy are fighting each other. And they weren't doing that before, so I think they have a desync every so often. I love when that happens. Where it'll be like, yeah, no, we can show the beacons. And then other times like, we can't show the beacons. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, there is a setting. They don't like each other, okay? Like, Distant Horizons and Voxy do not like each other. Specifically, Distant Horizons doesn't like Voxy. I don't think Voxy cares. And if you're wondering what I mean, so you can see that beacon there, right? If I go to my options, I go here, and I re-enable. That was rude. Fun timing, though. But look, I get this. That is Distant Horizons posting that. It's not supported. You say that, but it's working. Like, let me make the call. Right? Like, let me make the call. It's working. I can't figure out if there's a way to disable that thing here. Like, I went through every one of these. I assume it might have been in here. But I can't get rid of that. And it annoys me because they work together fine. Like, me seeing that is Voxy. Hey, Kyle, how's it going? Me seeing that is Voxy. This detail is Distant Horizons. They work fine together. but it says it doesn't, and I can't get rid of that little warning. So I have to turn that off, and then I can't see the beacons when I leave the area, and I'm annoyed. I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright. Is a day. But yeah, no. So that's the one annoyance I cannot figure out how to sort out. And it is what it is. Hey, Harlequin. But yeah, so I don't know what we're doing today. I haven't actually decided. Let's go check on Mari. Mari. There we go. Hello, Mari. One of these days I'll make you a new model. But yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't have a plan today. I could load like some new chunks, things like that if I wanted. I don't know. I'm not 100% on what the plan is today, but it is nice to see what we can see. I actually can see further than I expected. And I believe that is because of the distance of our of one of our mods. So if we go here and we go to spawn. We go to Apidae. We can go here, right? And you can see, like, we could chill here. I can just go up, right? I hit my tongue. I hit my tongue last night, and it's like on the underside. Drive me nuts. But yeah, if we stand here for a bit, right? We're syncing with the server. Hey, Somya. But I think what I really end up needing to do is I need to AFK on the server in different spots, and it should load these in. Because I think it's going to start loading that way. Or these were the last one that did. But basically, we have Voxy server on. And what Voxy server does is it'll look around for us. I don't know why those aren't spawning. I'm a little worried. Carol's still there. Villagers are there. They're fine. I don't know. Yeah, it's slowly going to load in more chunks. You can see what we can see right now from where we're at, right? The circle is where I'm rendering. Were they named Victim? I didn't name them. Oh my god, who named them Victim? How we doing in here? Anybody need any iron? And one for fish. Yeah, this is a mess. But let's see. Hey, Moru. Are we loading any new chunks yet? But yeah, this is like I said. I'm gonna need to basically AFK on the server at different locations and have it load what it can, and then fill in the rest manually. Because it's syncing with the server up to a point, but it's not enough. I don't know. I generally feel bad for villagers. I try not to lock any away if I can avoid it. Like I've got these three here. Or at least if they're out and about, they have kind of a setup. So Eldermira here actually can't move. Eldermira, you can kind of see there. Eldermira is attached by a lead really low, so Eldermira can't leave the spot. Eldermira is genuinely trapped at the desk, but the other two can wander off. So it adds this kind of like life to everything. This kind of thing for me. Like if I have villagers, I want them to be existing in their own way. Now, last time we were on, we were in here and we were filling in the side. It's actually probably easier to show you from the overlook. So last time we were on, we were over here. Hey, Fallon. We were working on this. Now, enable that again. Oh no, did it lose my spheres when I updated? Oh, that's so annoying. No, they're here. Wait, why are they pyramids now? These weren't pyramids when I made them. They got screwed up in the update, I guess. Yeah, that's not... Unless I can... Oh, we might be okay. We might be okay. We might be okay. I think what happened is they added a new one. I still don't see them. Like, I don't know where they are. Spheramids! Why can't we see them? What does that mean? That is a new icon. That is an entirely new icon. Okay, okay. We got it back! Let's go. Just had to reset their positions. But yeah, for those who don't know, basically we've been trying to kind of line up this sphere. Get everything working. Hi, Dort! Get everything working so we can fill this in and make everything look nice from other angles. What's really going to suck is lighting it up. Like, we've lit this portion of it. I hate it. I hate having to light it up, though. Lighting it up is the absolute worst. It looks so good when it's lit up, but it is a pain in the butt. Small lag spike there. Need to pay attention to whatever's causing that. Let's go over here. Boop, boop. I see why I stopped. It's because I ran out of the skulk on me. Enjoy your dinner, Somia. Hey, Eladin. Okay, let's go over here. Grab that. Go there. Boop. Meow, 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 meow. But I hope everybody's doing all right today. Hope everybody's chilling. I did fix the Minecraft cards, as we saw for a second earlier. Yeah. Thank you for knocking me off the scaffold. As you can see, the cards are working again. That is the default size of a salmon. 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 Whoop. The people don't go. Okay, there. The one thing I don't like about this mouse, the scroll wheel, is not the most responsive. I love this mouse so much. It is an Elecom huge. It is a fantastic mouse. The scroll wheel is crap. Like, I will do a click and it won't go, but if I nudge it without, like, it actually clicking to the next thing, it'll go. There we go. Pretend you'd ever forget about me. Okay. Okay. Nope. Ah. We do that, and then we line the next row. Let's see. By the way, this is a general opinion thing. And I wish Twitch had the ability for viewers to turn off audio tracks. But are you all okay with me playing my own music, or would you rather I not so you can play your own? This is a question I've kind of had back and forth, because I've gone into streams where I don't know the music whatsoever. Or I'm not a fan of the music, and I will tune out, so I'm sure there are people who are in that same boat. Does me playing music annoy you? Should I turn it down so it's less obvious, but we still have the music? Like, where does that land for y'all? Yeah, that's kind of the thing, is that there's this weird line. The dark, with smiles on our faces. It's just always that thing, because I'm somebody who listens to streams and plays music at the same time. Which is why I needed to ask, because that can obviously greatly change the situation, because I would not be able to do that to my own streams, right? But music does help me actually get stuff done, so it's like finding that balance. And I think with Minecraft especially, Minecraft is one where I think we've all just heard the music that's in it way too often. And that's kind of where that line is. And then obviously anybody watching the VOD doesn't hear that. I do wonder if you could like desync yourself by like 30 seconds with the music stop, since I'm playing that on a separate track. I found out Avril released an album like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I listened to it. It's not the best. Though, I'll be real, as much as I was a fan of Avril when Avril was new, I don't know if I'm a fan of Avril's music in the same capacity. Like, I listen to it now, I'm like, it's alright. But I think we may have overrated Avril a little bit. Like she got a bit more fame than I think was necessary. Kind of the same as like Sum 41 though. Sum 41 also got way more, I think, praise than they got. I think we were kind of in a punk drought. Might be why. I like the idea. I like your sentence, Door, of learning about new music. I know you mean new to you, but it's just really funny to hear like 2000s music listed as new. Then you get other people going, what do you mean it's classic rock? It's classic rock. Good enough for her. The lemon on his guitar makes a pretty face. Also, this song is so hateful. I'm glad we've kind of grown past that to a point where we're not like, oh, you're different, therefore enemy. Like, people be different. It's kind of the same stance I have on, like, Misery Business. It's a catchy song, but lyrically, it's... You're both bullies. Yeah, cultural music tastes do just change. But I do think it's just interesting to kind of like listen back to it and just go, no, that wasn't that great. Quiet phone, I'm already live. You don't need to wake me up. It's actually cool enough I can open the windows now and survive on air circulation rather than air conditioning. So I'm happy to state that I'm not dying right now. Hey Fuji. Hope you're doing alright. I know you said you had stuff you had to do this morning. One of the first AMVs I ever got into, that I ever watched was Full Metal Alchemist. And this was before Brotherhood existed. Also, I think out of animes that had FMVs, I think the most FMV award in my era, I have to specifically give the award to Wolf's Rain for being the show I've seen the most without ever watching it. Wolf's Rain does the very 90s thing in anime for coming out in the 2000s of being the slowest show you have ever watched in your life. And I know this was a budgeting thing, but oh my god, so many 90s shows, 90s anime were so slow. What the heck is this? Skyway. Who are you? I've never heard We the Kings. Gotta keep them separated. This song is so early 2000s, late 90s. That doesn't help me, Dor. Okay. There was a divide between me and my friends for what we listened to. And I think around the late 2000s, I started listening to bands I couldn't find the CDs anywhere but online for. And I don't think it was necessarily a hipster kind of thing, which I guess we would kind of assign that to now. But it was like, I just really didn't enjoy the songs that were popular. Like, I had friends that were, like, super into, like, Modest Mouse and bands like that. And it just wasn't clicking for me. Where, at the same time, I was into Voltaire. Who, good luck finding any albums by Voltaire. Even today, you know. So I think there's just a divide, right, into what I was listening to. So there are a lot of bands I missed out on after about 2005. Just because that was when I started downloading music online. Especially when we hit 2007, when I went into college, and I had my own money. When I had my own money, it was, oh, I'm buying indie music now. And the internet started becoming more accessible for actually like streaming movies and not movies, but streaming music and listening to things that way. Because prior to that, it was really hard to get like a good enough speed to make that worth it, you know? Keep them separated. Bum, bum, bum. Do it anytime. Okay. Blink 182? Yep. Here's a question. What's the first music group y'all ever got interested in? Like, that first band that you were like, I want to hear everything by this band. Or this group. Or, because I don't feel like band is accurate, especially for anybody who's my age. Who is the first, like, music group you listened to that you got obsessed with? Which means you were probably, like, 5 or 6 at the time. But do you remember who it was? I think Queen is a fair answer, though, Fallen. I think Queen is a completely fair answer. Late night, come home, work sucks, I know. Left me roses by the stain. Alice Cooper or Bon Jovi. Interesting. And see, I think the fun thing is, too, about, like, band obsessions, like, it wasn't my first band obsession, but, like, I got super into the Beatles, so it doesn't even have to be in your own thing, right? Because, like, I got really into the Beatles around 2001, but I had obsessions before that. I just got really into the Beatles when the Beatles 1 came out, and it was partially the side effect of a online chat room called Help Game. And Help Game was a Beatles-themed 3D chat room that was popular around the same time as Habbo Hotel when that started, which is still around. But, yeah, no, for me, I got super into, Spice Girls. For me, it was Spice Girls. Which I do think it's funny looking back at my childhood. There is definitely a universe in which childhood me, rather than being non-binary, like I look through my life and like where things could diverge, and this is probably because I'm neurodivergent that I've overanalyzed my own past. But there was definitely a path in there where I would find myself, instead of being non-binary, being a trans woman. It was in the cards. Like, I look back at things and I remember dreams I had growing up. It's like, I've always had a difficult kind of conversation with gender in my head. And I think what likely would have happened had I been in a more supportive atmosphere and a more educated atmosphere is I likely would have been a trans woman who became non-binary. And I'm actually going to partially blame Spice Girls for that, because Spice Girls was where I started actually connecting with, and it's corny looking back at it because it is stereotypes, but it was the idea of what makes somebody a woman. There is a lot of variety to what a woman is, right? It is not this like clean-cut description, and the Spice Girls, as much as they are all arguably stereotypes of women, they are varied stereotypes of women, or at least were. I don't know much about them outside of Spice Girls, right? But that was one of those things. It's like that had a lot of effect on my brain growing up, and conversation about gender in general. So, yeah, life's funny when you look back at it. Panic at the Disco, Fall Out Boy, and My Chemical Romance. Okay, out of this list, Imagine Dragons is always funny to me because Imagine Dragons definitely got their start making Spider-Man musical music. I've never listened to Skillet, and I've never heard of Set It Off. I will say that. Now, on the front of 21 Pilots, I used to listen to them a lot. I got really annoyed when one of the band members got super into NFTs, and now they're selling shoes. Because what? They lost me when NFTs came out. I had listened to them a lot. But yeah. You do that. Pretty. I do like the cherry blossoms. So growing up, I spent a lot of time with my godfather. And he was super into like 80s rock, and he would blare that all the time while he did projects and stuff like that. I never could get into it. I could never get into it. I did get into Journey for a little bit more recently, but there's this part of my brain that gets very overwhelmed by a lot of noise, and I don't know if it was the bands themselves that I was bothered by, or if it was just audio quality of the time. And I think that's kind of one of those interesting things. Yeah, so you're on kind of the same page as me, Reckoning. There's just enough little things about 21 Pilots that I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to listen to you anymore. I did enjoy your music, don't get me wrong, and I will not deny that I enjoyed your music. But listening to music by artists who have become a bit concerning, it makes me feel gross. So I just have to kind of go, yeah, no, I've learned things about you, and now I will not listen to you. I'm not going to fault anybody who does, but I do think there is a matter of being informed about who you are listening to. And there are certain artists where if you're listening to them, I'm going to consider it a red flag. Like if I find out you listen to Nicki Minaj in this day and age, I'm going to judge you. I'm not going to judge you for having listened in the past. Same with Kanye. I'm not going to have judged you for listening to Kanye 8 years ago. You listen to Kanye now, I'm going to go, Like, there's certain artists that have become very vocal about not being the best of people, for lack of a better word, and I'm a question you. And I can be honest, I'll be honest about this. When I was younger, I listened to Kid Rock a bunch. Regretting that now, but there's no reason to go, oh, blah blah blah. You liked Kid Rock? No, it's we learn as we get older. We listen to things better. We figure things out, right? And I'm not gonna defend Kid Rock's music then, but it was I was too young to really realize what I was listening to. There's a lot of problematic artists I listened to that I'm like, oh. Melanie Martinez is I will give this. Melanie Martinez is an interesting one, right? Because Melanie Martinez, the people who know what they know about Melanie Martinez are only the people who have listened to Melanie Martinez. So it's that name means nothing to people outside the circle, which makes it really interesting because if you listen to her or have listened to her, you know about that. Pretty much. If you are a fan of her, you know. So that one even more so is this weird if you've never heard of her, you're not going to judge anybody, but as soon as you've heard of her, you go, oh. Melanie Martinez is a very, very specific one that fills this weird void when it comes to music. That it's just yeah. And I still occasionally get recommended her videos. My brain kind of forgets who she is for a bit. And then it goes back and oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna need to light this up. Where are my torches? Okay. Oh, wrong button. Yeah, no, totally valid there too, Door. Yeah, that is one of those things too. It's just like, oh, she's not great. See, and I get that, Door. It's just I feel like there's also this level of listening to the music versus promoting it, and I would say promoting it is the blaring it, sharing it with friends, like if I were to play it on stream, things like that, that's not a good look. If it's a part of your life though and you listened to it and you can associate those memories with that part of your life, that's great, but it's like wanting other people to hear it where I go, maybe not, you know? And I think that's kind of an important line on there too. I can't personally listen to a lot of that stuff because that stuff kind of is like ruined in my head. Like I have entire lyrics like fully memorized from bands that I will not promote in any way, shape, or form anymore, right? And it's just those little bits. Let's go, yeah. Okay, that one stays. We go there. There. See, now I'm hitting this weird spot where I'm going up more than I was level. And this is where it gets a lot more annoying to work with because I need to move through there. Debbie just hit the wall. She never had it all. One Prozac a day. Husband's a CPA. Bowling for Soup is still hilarious. Like, anymore, when I hear Bowling for Soup, my brain just goes, Chuck E. Cheese. Like, I'm just in a, like, my brain just goes, Chuck E. Cheese? Chuck E. Cheese. This is the voice of Charles Entertainment Cheese. This is Charles Entertainment Cheese's voice. Madonna, way before Nirvana, there was U2 and Blondie. Music still on MTV. Yeah, no, I get that, Door. I'm not judging you for that. You're not funding them. There's a big, that's a big part of it. You're not funding, you're not promoting. I'm not judging. Don't worry. Even St. Elmo's fine. She rocked out to Wham, a big Limp Bizkit fan. Who did a hand? So, because this song is talking about like the 80s, can I bring up one of the one of my favorite 80s movies that fumbled the ending in such an annoying way, and I love that the actress agrees that it's bull. The ending of The Breakfast Club. Can we all just like straight up say like Breakfast Club, decent movie, ending was bullshit. Like great movie, ending screwed up. Don't make the goth girl change. Don't make the goth girl preppy. That didn't need to happen. And it's rude of you to do that. I think it could have been funny if the two of them had kind of swapped their theme or both dressed up in each other's way, but just making the one, oh look, you're so pretty now. It's like, I think Breakfast Club might be the most 80s movie out of all of them. Though it is really weird looking back at like 80s movies because they all had one like there was an era in 80s movies. And I think everybody in the 80s needs to have a conversation about this. Because there's a really concerning thing in 80s movies that I feel like a lot of people don't want to admit was there. The 80s movies had a big thing for incest. And I don't know what was going on there. I don't know if somebody was specifically funding an agenda there. But we didn't need to write that many of those jokes in there. Why did so many 80s movies that got popular have those jokes in there? Why were the writers doing that? There were a lot of things that were written in those movies that it's bad enough they're in the movie, but I really question why the writers wanted those jokes in there more than them being in the movie. Yeah, there was a lot of things about stepbrothers. There was a lot of things about mothers. There was a lot of I'm going to simplify this with assault jokes. The 80s movies were really weird about that. Like two of the main ones that can just come up right off the bat though is Star Wars and Back to the Future. Both had them as jokes. And what's really bad is it's like it wasn't like movies that like fell through the cracks. It's like the big ones. Because again, like I said, Back to the Future and Star Wars, very big movies doing those jokes. If you haven't seen it, don't see it, but I am going to bring up Revenge of the Nerds is one that, why'd we write this? This is screwed up. There are a lot of movies from the 80s that the jokes were bad, but I have more concerns over the person who wrote the jokes. 80s movies were, oh. I'm also going to do that annoying thing that I have to do during my streams, where I say, hey, everybody, if you have a chance and you have been lurking, I appreciate your lurk. Twitch doesn't, and Twitch has knocked a lot of you off of the viewer list. I don't know if it's Twitch that's doing it, or if it's your web browser, but I believe if you are on desktop, you may need to do something like refreshing the tab, things like that, but it has stopped counting a lot of you as viewers. I did watch like 10 of you drop off. So if you have a chance before the ads come back on in about 15 minutes, could you please consider refreshing the stream? I would appreciate it a lot. If you're subbed, you can do it at any time, but if you're not subbed, just refreshing would make sure your view counts and help me out a ton. Or doing a redeem, interacting with the tab, typing a message, saying, hi, I'm here. Twitch has been really, really finicky about it. And, like, I try not to, like, look at my numbers too much, but it is also this kind of, like, weird bit, right? Because, like, I can look at the count, and it's definitely not accurate. Because, like, it's missing things a lot. Like, just as a thing. Name-wise, without looking at the names of people, I can see it says there's only 15. It went from 28 down to 16, up to 19, and there's 15 names. Everything's all screwy. So if you're able to redeem something, it just does mean a lot. So I just have to mention that whenever possible. I appreciate that, Lapis. And it's fine. Like I said, I'm not going to fault anybody who doesn't show up. It's good. It's better for my mental health to know that Twitch is screwing me over or the web browser is screwing me over. My numbers are inaccurate, and it's good for me to know that. But I always feel like it's good to bring that up because I know everybody wants to know their view is being seen, right? And that's a big part of it. Also, if you use Better Twitch TV to keep you active, make sure you click on its settings and double check that the auto claim stuff is on that keeps your view active. because in one of the recent updates, it reset that and cleared that setting for a lot of people, and nobody's checked it. So if you use that, double check it, see if your view is still counting. Meow. Being alone. There's that. Grab some more glass. From the tables of my heart. I fall in love. Can you help me find a way? But yeah, 80s movies. 80s movies were weird. I think my most watched 80s movie is actually The Goonies, because apparently I got obsessed with that when I was younger. Also got some not so great jokes in there. But, yeah. I think it was better than most, but I don't know, movies are this really weird spot, and I think movies are a really good way to kind of look at what was considered. It's weird, because, like, a lot of times I'd go, that was acceptable at the time, but it's like, that doesn't mean it was acceptable at the time. It means that rich people said it was funny. For a lot of movies. And I think that's kind of the thing that I think has been a good sign of me growing up. It's not viewing things as necessarily, oh, people thought that was okay. It's like, no. Rich people thought that was okay. Rich people thought that was okay. Especially in time before what is the information age, right? That where I believe we're the information age. But basically with like the internet being able to quickly relay information and it being harder to suppress that information has given us a better insight into the world, other countries, things like that. Because I think that's one of those things where, like along those same lines, like xenophobia is still a rampant issue in older generations, but it's a lot harder to get younger generations to be xenophobic. Because we can easily just talk to people. Like, this country hates you, and then the news is just like, this country hates you, and then you talk to somebody from there, like, do you hate us? We hate your government. Oh, cool, yeah, we do too. You know, like, it's just one of those, like, yeah, nope, you learn. It's like, no. Most people are smart enough to not fall for the propaganda, to not drink the Kool-Aid, as it were. To go, oh, yeah, no, they hate the government. I know, the World Cup, there's been conversations, people going, Americans are really, really nice? Like, yeah, generally, we don't, like, a lot of us don't want to cause problems for anyone. And we're chill about it. It's our government. And then the people that cause problems are the ones that are on the news. You lost another door? Blah, blah, blah. But that's interesting that it was asked about, and I'm happy to hear it was. Ah. Hey VJ. Also, hi Beard. I don't think I greeted you earlier. Everything they've ever learned about other countries must be propaganda, despite a number of people who escape them. Yeah, there is that as well. But I think it at least allows people to be in a spot of more nuance regarding all of it, Rat. And I think that's kind of a big thing, is people are at least asking questions. I think that's part of the reason we are sadly running into Gen AI being pushed so hard in schools, is we don't want people asking questions we can't control the answers to. And that's why people want others to be reliant on ChatGPT for things, because we can control what answers we allow it to give. That's why the government wants involved with it. It's not just funding. It's, hey, we can basically decide the answers for people and put them back in control, and they're not going to know how to research things themselves. Yeah, see, and that's one of those things, right, when you end up with a completely closed off country. But we've also got, sadly, somebody in power who defends everything that the one in charge there does. And calls them great, which, again, drinking the Kool-Aid. So no matter what they hear, they're going to side with the one that supports their answer rather than actually deep dive into what may be going on. I don't know who the Great Escape is. Yep, nope, 100% rat. It's actually kind of going along the lines of so many people seem to want to be their own oppressor anymore. Is sadly a spot that we've come into. Like, quit letting the media tell you that other people are the problem. If you aren't actually dealing with a problem from other people and do not have direct evidence of this, don't act on it. Until you can have an educated and informed opinion on a topic, do not act on it. Research things yourself, learn, and then make a decision. Don't just let people tell you, this is bad, and go, okay. Hear people out, learn, educate, weigh probabilities. Learn. But I do have to remember, like, in the US, we have a literacy issue, and a lot of that is due to, I'm gonna blame No Child Left Behind. I'm sure there are plenty of other things I could blame. I'm gonna blame No Child Left Behind, where good enough is we fudge the grades. Or we lose funding. I understand the concept of it, but holy broken. Okay, let's place that there. Place that there. I have never been a fan of scratchy voice music, like screaming and there's a tone to it. Today, and Cameron probably should have realized they were neurodivergent at a much younger age. Whoop. 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 Did I get it? Ah! I need to get... I hate that I'm missing that one little spot there, but I was just trying to get all of the spawnable spaces. Oh god, Amor. The call out is coming from inside the house. We don't want to forget how your voice sounds. Words all I have, so I write them. We need them just to get by. Yeah, they don't, like, if the students don't respect you, they're not gonna do the project. And when you're dealing with ChatGPT giving them answers to things, it just, none of it's good. I also love, like, the only reason most of these schools are pushing for efficiency is not because they want them to be more efficient. It's because, well, we can't pay you more, so we can't pay you more because we're underfunded. And because we're underfunded, we need you to be more efficient with your time because we can't afford to have you wanting
Can we take a quick break?
raises.
I want to show you my impression of a wacky inflatable arm flailing tube them.
We
Chat
need
can
reasons
show
to
us theirs too.
we need reasons to excuse you not being paid more. No. We will take a break soon. I want to get that spot that I missed earlier. Almost. There we go. Ah. Whoop. 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 That, and see, that little bit though, Rat, is where I talk about that being a side effect of No Child Left Behind, right? Where the whole thing is basically, well, if you're not hitting our metrics, we cut your funding. And it's like, but we need funding so we can hit the metrics. And like, I don't care. Hey, Tyga. I'm assuming this is a issue related to swimming. Bow, 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 bow. Oh, fair. I haven't spoken to my dad in like 10 years. It's been great. Ah. Let's see. Ba, 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 ba. Bow. Bow, 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 bow. Okay. Here we go. Hoop, 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 hoop. Crab claw for the win. Oh wait! Oh, we're almost up to the halfway point. We are up past the halfway point. I get there, though. Server's gonna restart in 5. So we'll last like 2 minutes. Or we'll last like a minute, and then when we come back, the server will have rebooted. Well, I say the halfway point. We've reached the halfway point on this quarter. I'm not actually sure percentage-wise, I feel like on the whole thing, we might be around halfway. Right, because this corner here, like there's 25% there. Or no. That's 1/8. That's 1/8, that's 1/8. No, Tyga. We got that section. Like, I've got a lot I gotta do. But I think we're at I think we're at least halfway. It's just there's a lot here. What I did notice, that one bugs me. Where am I? Where is it? Up. Ah. Nope. Okay. Where's the one I missed, though? Where is that spot? Up above me. As I fall again. Nope. Nope. I very much understand why people use Lightmatica when it comes to moments like this, where I could at least just hold right click on these. And I gotta go back behind me and up that way. Where is it? Right. Oh, I'm close, right? Yeah, directly above me. Right there. Got it. Woo! Okay. Okay, so it is time for a quick break. We're going to step away. We will be back in 3 minutes. Take care of yourselves. Hydrate your eyeballs. I will see y'all in 3. Be right back. That white strawberries exist. Now, Daisy, female. Daisy's name in Japan is Horumon, apparently. A second cousin who is a cow through and through. Their running speed is the same as whether on 2 or 4 legs. I'm glad they don't have the old description for Daisy. For those who don't know, Daisy's feet squirt milk when she runs. I just think this is important for y'all to know. Hello. Why was that musical? Thank you for the follow. I wasn't even in the room. Thank you for the follow. How the hell? My God. My God. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Boom.
Oh! Is that really a million? A million roses? Amazing! That's amazing! We're rather impressed. Such a pointless exercise. Well, thank you for doing it. We're so pleased. Yes, let's go home now.
You did it.
Thank you, Barney. Look at this! Look at this! It's 9:27. 1 million roses!
In theory, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you so much right now. Glad this guy has no peripheral vision whatsoever. What? What? I need to do backspin if I'm doing this. I got distracted by the golf cart. I screwed that up because I thought I was going to get hit by a golf cart. Learned that white strawberries exist. Now Daisy, female. Daisy's name in Japan is Horumon, apparently. The second tells me who is a cow through and through. The running speed is the same as whether on 2 or 4 legs. I'm glad they don't have the old description for Daisy. For those who don't know, Daisy's feet squirt milk when she runs. I just think this is important for y'all to know. Hello. Why was that musical? Why did I just auto-tune my own voice? How the hell? I'm really glad the music is working again. Or, I mean, the music is working out and the clips are working again, because that has been a bit. Thank you so much for the follow, though. I really do appreciate that. Sorry you followed to ads. I don't know if you've been lurking for a bit and then made the decision when I did break or what, but I appreciate it. Okay, so now we're back up here. This is our low point right now. Let's get back to placing some of this glass. I do want to point out to anybody who hasn't seen my base yet, there's a lot more than the sphere. This sphere has just been an intimidating project that I've been putting off, and I don't know what I want to create, so at least working on this gives me something to do while I yap with y'all. And honestly, the yapping is one of the main things I stream for, so I think this works pretty well. Can you eat cat allergies? Yes, but they don't go away. They actually get worse when you do that. So I would not advise. Is anybody watching anything cool right now? Oh, I'm sorry, Taiga. I wish I had advice for allergies. I don't have any in that sense other than like hay fever to really be able to help or give advice. I have heard that I really need to watch Goodbye Laura. I have heard good things about it. It is on my watch list, but I'm behind on things and trying to catch up while also watching some of the random new isekai that are out. I mean, that's fair, Taiga, and I appreciate the ego boost. But Goodbye Laura is on my list, but I also need my brain rot isekais. And I'm trying to catch up on... In the Discord every night, I try to watch some anime there, and I'm still trying to catch up on a bunch from last season. I'm trying to watch the latest season of ReZero, which was last season overall. Isekai is a vague category, and I actually had a conversation with somebody on TikTok about this recently. I think the funny thing is, Isekai as a concept is such an extremely vague vague category.
Blah circus. It's an emergency. I can't decide what to have for my pre-nap snack. What should I have?
But I was explaining that isekai is such a vague category that technically speaking, somebody ending up in a new country with no way to get back home is an isekai. Somebody ending up in any place that they don't know qualifies as an isekai. Because that is another world to that person. It just means fish out of water story. Now, we typically assume it means that they've died or ended up in another world, but that is not actually a required trait of an isekai. An isekai is somebody in a new world. World is perspective-based. So you can have isekais that are situations like that. Like the fact that Dot Hat counts as an isekai is also one of those things like, that's a video game. Like that is them going to a video game. That is not them going to a new world at all. Shangri-La Frontier counts as an isekai. It's a video game. They're not going to a new world. Like if we're not counting people going to other countries, we don't count video games either, right? Like, so it was just because it was conversations about like Digimon originally, and like Digimon is an isekai, and some people are thinking you need to get like special abilities, blah blah blah, for defeating this guy. It's like, no. Isekai is essentially a fish out of water story at its core. And I love watching like oversaturated genres. And I know that sounds kind of silly, but oversaturated. I bit my tongue yesterday and it is driving me nuts today. Oversaturated genres are my favorite genres because you get the most variation between what they're doing. And you get to see the most unique like takes on it. But yeah, we're rewatching. Well, we rewatched ReZero, and we're trying to get up on the newest season of it. We're also watching Hell Mode. Trying to catch back up on some of the better isekais. It was one of the things in the Discord. Because Elusive hasn't watched a lot of them, and Elusive is one of the main ones hanging out with me and for the anime streams. Which, much appreciated. Shout out to Elusivities. But there's just these kind of, like, moments of... Well, I want to watch this, but I don't want to jump into the middle of it, right? And it's been long enough for some of them that it's like, yeah, no, this deserves a rewatch so I can remember everything. Even though my brain doesn't forget a lot when it comes to anime, there are like little bits that I'd like to catch back up on. But ReZero's been a really fun watch to come back to. Do routine for me. God, Newfound Glory, popular around 2000, 2001. I still don't know if I like their music or not. My bullies in middle school really like Newfound Glory, which is how I know about them. I will say, though, arguably, at the same time, I was listening to Good Charlotte, so I'm not really in a position to talk. Jadugar. Jadugar is very good. Though I will say this, it's being animated by Science Saru. Of course it's good. Science Saru has 2 anime out this season. Which has just stunned me. Like, they're also responsible for the new Ghost in the Shell. So they're doing Ghost in the Shell and Jadugar at the same time. And they're so like, they're my favorite animation studio. They are my favorite animation studio. They are the same studio who did Keep Your Hands Off Isaacin. They did Yurei Deco. They did Dandadan. They did Devilman Crybaby. For all the Tumblr nerds. But they did Lou Over the Wall, Ride Your Wave. Honestly, Science Saru, you can't go wrong. They are the #1 animation studio in any genre. Like, let alone anime. Just absolutely beautiful. They understand the medium better than any other studio. You really cannot go wrong watching anything that Siren Saru touches. It's so good. Even if you end up not liking the story of whatever they're working on. Hey, Meepers, how's it going? Even if you end up like not liking their story for whatever reason, the artwork that they do is just so flawless. Okay, let's get up to like here and then see how I can reach to there. I was gonna say I don't think I can reach that. You will pick my friends over you. Okay. Getting a lot of this placed into feels nice. Like, it probably would be easier to light this from this side, but the glow is so much better if I put the light source on the outside, so. Da-da-da-da-da. There we go. I think that is the weirdest line in this whole song. Creamin' over tough guys. Like, oh, we're just saying creamin'. Okay. Put that there. There. Okay, I missed some over there. I always get attacked by a sniper skelly. Up there. Try to figure out how to climb this. Huh. I need to... Hello? Did I move further than I thought, or did I find a hole? Did I fall through there, or... I was not that... Was I that far? I must have been. Yep, nope, I went too far that way. Okay. Hey, Lucifer, I was just talking about you. Old storage. Do I have any more purple dye? Oh, 100% absolutely awful, horrible things. No, I was talking about watching anime in the Discord. I should have a chest of torches. Any others? Not there. No, but I was asking if anybody was watching anything, and I said it's mostly you and me, but we've been like rewatching we've been watching like ReZero and catching up on the latest season of that. Skeleton Knight is another one. Do that, go back to storage. Yes. Many fun things. Whoop. Up we go. I hate these like little spots that are missed. Like, eh. Like, why? And close my eyes, take me away to paradise. But like, this side's done. This section's done. I've had a new one told that I need to watch that was on my list of like I want to watch this, but I haven't got around to it. But it's like draw for me, then die, which I've heard very good things about. Okay, so that means we have like without doing that little band, because there's this band right here, right? That and that. If I get that done, that will mean 3/8 of fully done. 1, 2, 3. Excluding the interior. Yeah, that'll mean 3/8 are fully done, which isn't too shabby. But yeah, I would like to get up there. I think the best way to do that is probably going to be go here, go to overlook, and that should be this back section. Woo! I'm going to go to here. Yep, there's one. I need to figure out where I can land. So I can land right here. Ooh. No! Almost had it. Go back in again. Nee. Okay. It should be... I think I got turned around. I think it's that corner. Yep. Good enough. Okay. 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 Got it. Go. Who is that? Oh, I never got into Motion City soundtrack. Here we go. It found my music. Hey, Rose. Okay, go there, there, there. Go that, go there. I always love telling people that this is an Easter song. Because it is. It's an Easter song. It's the only Easter song I know of. Hey, Otter. I don't think you trust in my self-righteous suicide. I cry when angels deserve to die. Bow, 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 bow. Okay. There we go. There we go. This is the only one. This is the only Easter song I know of in existence, Rat. The only one. There we go. Not there. In my self-righteous suicide. Just this one. This is the only, well, other than like hymns, I guess. 'Cause that, I mean, hymns technically would qualify under that category, but it's just this one. Because this song is about Jesus dying on the cross. Right here. Father, to your hands I commend my spirit. Father, to your hands, why have you forsaken me? In your eyes forsaken me. In your thoughts forsaken me. In your heart forsaken. Yeah. It's it's literally like Jesus dying on the cross. Is the theme of this song. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we got that bit. I gotta get those over there. Oh, bam, 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 oh. When I hear this song, all I can think of is Big Hero 6 now. Nice, Rat. I shall try and keep it in mind. Level. Left the cage, I'm a new lover's rage, and spark to ignite. My songs know what you did in. Light 'em up, 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 light 'em up, 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 light 'em up, up, up. Okay, this spot. There we go. And then you. And you. Okay. I got a random TikTok the other day. And it was what was it? It was there was a video that popped up on my For You feed. And it was the post was like, what happened to so and so, was she canceled? Was the post. And it was the person who did the such and such is not in the Bible song that went around for a bit. And the creator's like, yeah, no, she's canceled. She's so canceled. She's dead. She's me. Or she was me. And turns out the creator came out as trans and has like is on testosterone and all this stuff. And it was just this like really funny like post that, yeah, no, totally canceled, gone. It's great. But yeah, it was just the she's so canceled, she's dead. It's like, oh. But it was because it was somebody asking a question. But I loved the beginning because it was showing the creator and he was talking about it. He goes, you mean this creator, and showed those bits, and somebody in the comments like, before I finished the video, I was like, that room looks really familiar. Because it was like literally at the very beginning of it, just at a slightly different angle. On the wall. Her boyfriend, he don't know anything about her. He's too stoned, Nintendo, that I could make her see. It's just the flavor of the week. Ah, itchy eye. This song is one of those songs that I categorize as bowling alley rock. Because this was a song that was at my local bowling alley. Sorry, I'm staring at the stars. It was played at my bowling alley all the time because they barely had any songs. Okay, let's see. Did we get the corner? We got the whole corner. There's a couple like see-through gaps, but we got the whole corner. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Hi, BB. Hi, BB. Hi, BB. Hi, BB. Yeah? 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 Yeah. Why be so yappy, buddy? Yeah? I wish you could hear him, and I'm sorry you can't, but I'm not turning off the mic filter because all you will hear is my fan. Hi, buddy. Hi. I love you, buddy. You're very adorable. Okay. I gotta get over... I need to get that little bit there. Meow. Meow. I do find it funny how many, I like the number of, like, famous, meme creators on TikTok that have just, like, come out as trans, though. Certain ones that stand out to me is the I'm driving my mom's car. He's a trans man. And then, I'm blanking on the name of the one. There's one kid that came out as a trans woman as well. But it's like the really, really popular meme videos. Like, oh. Rat. I don't know if I know what? Do you need pet that bad? I'm gonna pick you up. You're gonna get so much petting, you're not gonna know what to do. Hi. You don't like being held, but I'm gonna hold you and pet you. Hi. I love you, buddy. I do. You're a pain in the butt, though. What do you want? Hi. Hi. Neck scratches? Neck scratches? Yeah? Yeah? Yeah, you good? I love you. He's a little overwhelmed, aren't you, buddy? I love you. I do. Yes. Oh, wow. Nice rack. I didn't know that. I didn't know I I never actually that one like that meme didn't fully get in my circle until like well after it was a thing. So that one like there were certain ones I missed. There was kind of I think that's because there was this weird moment. There was a time period right when Twitter became a cesspool and I left it, right? And I think that's about the time that one became a meme. And during that period, I did not get on TikTok either. So I went in this era where I did not have any of the short form media that I would typically consume because Blue Sky wasn't really there yet. Like it existed, but it wasn't the video posting and stuff wasn't there, the embedding wasn't quite there. It was in more of a rough stage. So I just missed out on a ton of media for a little bit. And I believe that was during that time period, so I kind of just missed it. Oh. I love the Skulk as a thing. Skulk visually is actually one of my favorite blocks. It's a pain to farm. Hey, Spooky. What if we change the lyrics to this song instead of that oh, it's oh, whoa, or ooh, woo? Ooh. Are you listening? Ooh. Good morning, Spooky. I hope you're doing well. Let's have a moment. Let's have a moment. This is for anybody new. So if you haven't actually seen my base and you've just been lurking, let's go actually to my base. So we start here. I really need to work on the entrance, but we start here. We go in. We fade in. We're here. I need to finish placing all of these end rods, but you get the general idea. Because you can tell where my glass layer is. It auto plays music when you get in here. We've got the particle generator. We have a mod by one of our friends in here that lets us change whatever particles we're emitting. So we're emitting these particles here. But it auto plays music when we enter. We can go through here. And then we end up in our town, which I'm working on the sphere right now. Which is what we've been doing. But this is currently what we've got. Now, the plan is to eventually replace the wood and concrete with actual blocks and stuff, but it is nice to have these kind of buildings around. But the base is designed in order for you to want to kind of get lost in it and have little things catch your eye and make you go down little paths. We got like a little library set up here. What I really like is there's these little like offshoot paths. You can go, oh, what if I go over here and go over here? I don't have anything there yet, but got a lot of that, like little alleys between buildings, and they all kind of lead somewhere, or they're planned to lead somewhere. Got different buildings. They got this small building here, which if I go up here, you can see that it is a building that is encased by another building. Like, I love doing stuff like that. But then we can go down this little alley here, and we've got a little space here that I kind of started coloring a little bit. And this has a bunch of fireflies in it. But I really like these areas because you also get these spots where you look up and you just see that orb again. Right? But we've got like little balconies. We've got different rooms behind all that. Over here. The one building I've done the most work to is this one, which is the Adventurers Guild. So we've got this. We've got our entrance here. Go on in. We've got a downstairs. There's some back rooms to the downstairs. We've got our front desk. Elmira stays working the whole time. You can go up the stairs. Go to a room. We haven't filled out the room. You can go to your room. That goes back around to the front. Or you can go in the back. You can go upstairs. You can go up here. You can go up to the Guildmaster's office, which is up here, which is where all our library books are. And here's where I do this. So, my base is sprawling. And I plan to build out rough drafts of all the buildings over time. I've just been busy. And my brain hasn't been all there. But we get a lot of these areas like this. The road to nowhere over there. We've got our layers over here, which this gets really fun. It's not going to render with where I'm at. So let's go here. And we will go to the overlook. We'll drop down to the road to nowhere really quick. You can see the outline of my base where that light is. Let's go down here. But you can see we've got the outlines of all these building shapes along here. Kind of get that idea. And then we've also got these paths going this way. I'm very pleased with all the work we've done on the base. It's just there's a lot to work on. Yeah, you can see all the buildings and like filling in their shapes here. And this spot is meant to be a kind of a exit for a train system. Or a monorail system. A hanging monorail. That'll go around and that'll go out here and have its little visual spots. BB, are we being a nuisance today? Is that the plan? But yeah, so there's a lot of like little projects around. Basically, my base is very good if you have ADHD. Is the point of a lot of it. Like, we've got the flower farms out here, which I have to do more work on, and I need to place a lot of flowers for. I need to terraform out here, but this is just over to the side. But this is all going to be flowers over here. I could take out these trees. Let's go take out some trees. But yeah, one of the things I found really fun with base building that I think is kind of overshadowed a lot of times when people do these is pick a theme. Like, what is the theme of your base? Like, I'm building a city, but the key thing with me building the city is, like, I've already decided, like, okay, well, the crops, like, how do they make their money, right? If you're building a city, what is the design? Mine is they are a port city. A lot of their stuff that they get is by trading goods. Their main export is going to be dyes. Because their main export is dyes, we're going to have a lot of very colorful, vibrant buildings rather than specific things. Let me change songs because I don't know that band. But it's like figuring those little things out and going, okay, this is what I want here, you know, and this is how this is going to affect the location we're in. Oh, it's a good life. One of my friends went to school with Good Charlotte, and she would tell me like one of the things that like she hates the band. She absolutely hates the band. Mainly because this song is all about like being bullied and not having any friends and stuff. And just went, they were popular. They were popular in high school. Everybody loved them. That song is just a complete lie. Like, oh. Like, yeah, no, that's kind of a, There we go. Here we go. I wanna be like them. Wow. Yeah. Just like you. This is the end. I see. Yeah, I get what you're saying there, Rat. Like I totally get what you're saying. But I think this is more of a situation of they knew they were liked, but they're writing a song because being popular doesn't sell songs. Like writing about being popular doesn't sell songs. I think is more the case in this one, sadly. Like they knew what they were doing. So it's more of an exploitative song than it is a writing about experience. Pretending to be bullied for fame. Right, exactly. Like they were exploiting people more than anything. Okay, got rid of those trees. We missed this one. Okay. Just gotta remember to break the saplings so they don't want these trees to come back. But there we go. Make your heart to think. How heartbreaking would it be for people if I just, like, broke these chests? It's just dirt. Mostly dirt. A little bit of cobble. A little bit of cobble. I don't need that one. I don't need that one. I'm gonna get rid of those chests. And I don't need anything in these chests. I will keep the dirt ones because I do need the dirt ones. I'm not getting rid of the dirt ones. I will need the dirt ones here. Gonna go fucking. I have unlimited cobble door. If you ever need cobble, just take some out of my storage. My cobble replenishes itself. Do-do-do-do. 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 But yeah, if you ever need cobble, you can just take some of my cobble. Like, it's... As long as I'm in the area, it's refilling. Like, I will go to my storage. Woo! Okay. So, in my storage, though, over here... Cobble, 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 and I can just... Whoop! Give it a second. I don't think it's refilling right now because I think it's full of other materials, actually. Because, like, if I throw out the sand will replenish. I think it is back... Yeah, it's backed up to, like, here, needing sand before it can grab the gravel. But, yeah, no, you can just take any of these. Get rid of you, get rid of you, get rid of you, get rid of you. Bow, bow. Alright, let's see. What do we got? Let's change genres a little bit. Gaming anthems and animated tales. What is in this playlist? No. No, I'm sorry. I'd rather not listen to Has-Been Hotel. What do that? How is Has-Been Hotel a gaming anthem? Yeah, I guess I did say animated, but don't mix the two. What are we gonna get from my super mix? What's it gonna get out of my music? I think this is based on music I've liked, but I've had this account for over 20 years. What are we gonna get? This one's more recent. Kochi no Kenta. How am I doing on iron, actually? I should go grab a bunch of that from spawn. Oop, wrong one. Woo! Get it done, get it done. Whoop! There we go. Big Bird! Oh, I'm missing my bunny totem. Oh no. Is it not in my... Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to fix that. Bunny totem missing. Over here. Weep. Just get some more iron over here. Oop, I didn't grab all of it. I'm holding some. There we go. Thum, thum, thum. Hey, give me that. Give me that. And how are we looking at that? Okay. Did you know Skulk makes, like, perfect pillars if we could place these directionally? Like, this is only possible because of armor stands. But, like, upside down Skulk makes an amazing pillar. Up we go. Wee, biddy, wee, biddy, wee. Get it done, get it done. My foot hurts. This song is something else. I think the thing is, like, crushing on somebody who's in a relationship, I think is fair. But I think it's screwed up when you try to break them up or insult the other one just to try and get them to do it. Like I said, I've had this account for 20 years, so it's gonna grab from everything. I may regret some of the music it picks, honestly. But where are we gonna end up is really the question. Yeah. But I will say the
This is an entirely random message with a 1
Thanks,
in
Mari.
300 chance of triggering. This happened thanks to you, Emoru100.
I just think there is the situation where the music video did not make it internal thoughts. If I remember correctly. Obviously, it's more entertaining to watch a video where it's not internal, but music videos can hurt the intent of the song itself. Ah. I think this song's also really funny to think about, because for people who go, oh, she changed her genre so much on her next album, she's been replaced conspiracy theory. It's like, no, Avril just was never punk. She dressed punk. She was never punk concept. Like, her music was never really that punk. It's about as punk as Newfound Glory was punk. It's like, the genre technically is, but the message has never really been. Go. I like how it's gonna, like, flip back and forth with Katamari songs. Between all this. To be clear, Rat, the conspiracy theory isn't that she's a clone. The theory is that she was replaced with her body double. Because there are plenty of celebrities that do have body doubles. Oh, bow, bada, bow. If there was a cloning theory, I hadn't heard that one. Oh yeah, the long con wouldn't be worth it. But if it were true, Rad, it would send ripples through the entertainment industry. As though any ripples in the entertainment industry have proven to matter. As this past year has shown. Bleh. I just like how, instead of just going, maybe she's not as punk as you thought she was, it's like, no, conspiracies! You good? It's very much fans of VTubers who find out the VTuber doesn't look like their anime character in real life. Gasp! Gasp! The horror. The illusion! Go. Right, Amara. That is kind of the thing. It's like, though Jim Carrey's plastic surgery didn't look great, so I can kind of understand people being very, very caught off guard with that one. That plastic surgery was not in a good state. But yeah, gasp. People are aging. Who would guess? Like, it's been 20 years since Shakira was first seen. Of course she's gonna look older. Say what I wanted to say. Dangerous. Wishful drinking by myself. I've been thinking. A TikTok user have decided that means Shakira wasn't there, even though her team showed footage of her at rehearsal. It's the real controversy to me is every year people finding out who the lead singer of the Gorillaz actually is, and that he's also famous. Like, gasp. I've forgotten the name of the band, which is annoying for me right now. But I love how, like, every year people find it out again. It's like, it's not really a secret. Yeah, Blur, thank you. Like, wow, the Gorillaz and Blur are have the same frontman. Ooh. I think the real controversy, as far as music goes, the real shocking one, right?
Hey Cameron, I think it's time
Mari,
to move before you
timing.
fuse with the chair. Go grab a drink.
If we wanna talk about like shocking ones, it's that the lead singer of Studio Killers is a guy. That's the shocking one. And I've also forgotten the name of the band that he used to lead. But like, Studio Killers is a guy. The writer is a woman. The songwriter is a woman, but the lead singer is a guy. The band name starts with a C, and I just can't think of what it is right now. That he used to do. But it's just like, that's the one you get to be shocked by, right? It's Studio Killers. The Jenny Garland, you're my best friend. That one? Yeah. Oh yeah, Banksy's regular reveal is always funny. Just cause I feel like a lot of y'all may not know Studio Killers. I'm gonna go boop and boop. I will go to the more popular song for this. Here we go. Yeah, this. But this one's good. They've got a good chunk of songs, honestly. But I'm trying to remember the name of the regular band. Where is it? The Crash. So yeah, this is Studio Killers, which I guess a lot more people know this song. But they are the band, I think it's the whole band, but the lead singer is the lead singer of the band called The Crash. They got a lot of backlash because his voice was too feminine. And he just leaned into it. Here's The Crash. But this is like their last album was in 2003. Maybe turn it up a bit for this. But yeah, it's the same voice. It's like, okay, cool. It's not confirmed that it's him, but it's like it's him. But yeah, we'll do the comparison for those who have never really listened to the two next to each other. This is Blur. Blur apparently came out with an album in 2023. I will play the most popular song, which is this. But yeah, this is Blur. I mean, this still works though. But like, I'm mainly trying to get the voice, and this is the voice, right? Like, let's be real. If you heard this song, you would go, and you had never heard it before, and I said it's the Gorillaz, you go, oh, okay. Like, if I said this was the Gorillaz, you'd go, yeah, I believe you, right? Like, You don't hear it? I'll play older song of Gorillaz. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. Ain't happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. Coming on. Finally, someone let me out of my cage. Now, time for me is nothing because I'm counting no age. Now, I couldn't be there. You couldn't be scared. I'm under each snare, intangible. Bet you didn't think so. I commend you to panoramic view. Look, I'll make it all manageable. Pick and choose, sit and lose, all you different crews. Pick and choose who you think is really pitching tunes. Might be Door, because there it's not even like a different voice. It's the exact same voice. And for what life is. Like I can go back to like here. As requested. Like I wouldn't be able to hear it with this song. I would not be able to hear it with this song. So I could give you that, but that's why I played song 2. But this is also a very 90s song. Yeah, I can agree. The music is closer to Gorillaz, but yeah, the voice is not the same. But the fact that Blur had an album in 2023, apparently. Like, let's see. What do we got in here? What voice we use in here? Holy crap, sorry, one of these songs is 8 million plays. You have 8 million plays? See, now this is again closer to the voice I would expect if I'm trying to compare it to Gorillaz. But yeah, it's the way his voice vibrates. Because like I should be able to go to this, I think. Bam, 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 bam. Nope. Give me my mouse. I'm alive! Evie, what are you doing? Why, though? Why are you being a nuisance today? Why? Don't you lip snarl at me. He's climbing in boxes. There we go. Go there. But yeah, it's always funny when like bands start doing other projects and it's just like, oh, huh. And the ability to be anonymous now has made a lot, like semi-anonymous has made it really interesting. The thing was, like, even if you didn't know at the time, because like obviously like the internet wasn't as talkative early on, so you really had to get like direct conversations. It was a lot more theories on who people could be, things like that. It was always really funny with the Gorillas though, because it's like, oh, this new band is like, are they new? Because they've got a lot of connections. Like, you don't just have a connection with Beck immediately, you know? Which was kind of the thing, is like, yeah, no, they immediately had a connection with Beck on their album and things like that. You don't just pop up, you know? Bow, 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 bow. Itchy nose! It is time for a break, though. Mari did call me out for that, so I should probably do that. And then we can go back to yapping about stuff. Bow, bow. Yappity yap yap. Alright. Oh, I got a zombie problem. Let's stop that zombie problem from being a problem. I'm gonna have to break that again anyway. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop. Ow! Rude! Okay. Where'd that one come from, though? Oh, right there. Okay, that should be everything. So we will be right back. I will catch you on 3 minutes. You're not going to miss anything, I promise. Get up, stretch, wiggle around, grab some water. Be sure to hydrate. Take care of yourself. See you all very soon. Be right back. In theory, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you so much right now. How the hell? My God. My God. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Boom. Oh, is that really a million? A million roses? Amazing. That's amazing. We're rather impressed. Such a pointless exercise. Well, thank you for doing it. We're so pleased. Yes, let's go home now.
You did it.
Thank you, Mari. Look at this! Look at this! It's 9:27. 1 million roses!
Learned that white strawberries exist. Now Daisy, female. Daisy's name in Japan is Horumon, apparently. A second cousin who is a cow through and through. Their running speed is the same as whether on 2 or 4 legs. I'm glad they don't have the old description for Daisy. For those who don't know, Daisy's feet squirt milk when she runs. I just think this is important for y'all to know.
Hello. Why was that musical? Why did I just auto-tune my own voice?
I'm glad this guy has no peripheral vision whatsoever.
What? What? I need to do backspin if I'm doing this. I got distracted by the golf cart. I screwed that up because I thought I was going to get hit by a golf cart.
In theory,
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you so much right now. How the hell? I return. Hello. Hello. One of the things right now. You know what we need? You know what we need right now? Where is it? There we go. Bangladesh, open flame. For my enemies. But no, we need to, as a thing, right now with the weather, I ended up taking the spare air filters I have from my HVAC. Okay. But I took my HVAC filters, spare one, and I've put it in the one window in the other room because I need airflow because of the heat. So I ended up moving. My brain is zoning. Oh no, door. But no, I ended up taking the one of my HVAC filters, and I've put it in the window behind, or well, in front of, before one of my fans. So that way it's filtering the air that's coming in, so I can keep the airflow at least going through. Because, oh my god, like, I'm not even in one of the worst areas. I think we're at like 150 for the air quality. We're at 120 right now. I can smell it. I can smell the ash. I can smell the smoke. I can smell the burning. Right, like I'm aware of it. Yeah, no, it's making my throat very scratchy. It's been I thankfully don't have asthma or anything. If I were somebody who had asthma, I'd be suffering right now. Not necessarily because of the smoke itself, but because of the heat, right? The heat in the air right now is a big problem. And I think that's something that not a lot of people are really thinking about when it comes to all this. It's like, oh, stay inside, wear a mask, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, it's so hot right now. To try and keep the heat off is really difficult. And it's like, oh, well, use an AC. It's like, you still need to put an extra filter on, things like that, a stronger filter. It's also expensive. Like, there's so many little things that just add up for that one. It's just like, it's bad. Make sure there's still glass coming in. Why is this sitting at 60? This should have... Where's my glass? Hello? Did I run out of fuel? Methinks I ran out of fuel. I did run out of fuel. Because that is set to only allow that through. Let's grab... I mean, all of this can burn, right? Like, I want logs through, but if... Sticks can burn. Leaves can't burn. So I should be okay here. Right? Saplings can burn, can't they? Am I wrong? Because saplings are just sticks. Saplings should burn. The only issue I'm going to run into here, basically, is if this ends up filling with all leaves. Which is theoretically possible, but shouldn't happen. I need to put a filter on here that just ejects them when they're leaves. Like, that is on me. Really, I need a filter on here that's ejecting... I should do that. Let's grab a copper hopper. At the very least, that we can set to grab some of it. Is foggy. Copper hopper. Okay, copper hopper. Like, really, I should get a dropper as well, and then they'll all go into that for now. And then I can worry about wiring it up later. It'll be fine. Okay, so down here. We need to get under that, so we're going to go right here. There we go. There's that. And I'd like to grab saplings and sticks. And sticks go in here, saplings go in here. And then just logs go over here. And then leaves also go in here. And I think that's everything that can fall off of these. And then that'll all just go into here. And then I'll eventually have to worry about creating a release for that. But this will at least get it out of... Get most of it out of there. instead of going in and backing up in that. So that can at least give me a little bit, but I'll create like a trash system there. Are what we are, but we don't have to be. Okay, I don't know what a strawberry pencil is, Door, but the whole statement, as somebody who doesn't know what a strawberry pencil is, are you okay? See, the problem is, Rat, you don't listen to just one of the songs in this album. You go all the way through. Because the nice thing with this one is, this is like Boulevard of Broken Dreams by Green Day, right? It is an entire musical, beginning to end. Sounds like a cowtail? I'm thinking of a strawberry cowtail. By the description I've been given. T-A-L-E. As in story, but yes. Yeah, it is a chewy caramel with a white cream center. They also do have strawberry cowtails, though. Just to be clear on that, they have chocolate and strawberry. They have a vanilla, a chocolate, and a strawberry. They all exist. So I'm just thinking of a strawberry cowtail. Okay, there we go. No. Immortals. Pop. Yeah, strawberry pencil. Britishism for the day. Yeah. Nice, Rat. The natural human instinct to chew through coated wires. I think that might be a rat instinct. I'm just saying. Now, strawberries shoelaces is just Twizzlers. Twizzlers pull and peel, right? Like you're not gonna trick me with that one. That one's just Twizzlers pull and peel. Twizzler. Twister is a game you play by doing a spinner and then you put a body part on a circle. Closer. You're closer, Door. With a Z. Twizzler pull and peel is shoestring licorice. Waiters! Hey Sly, how's it going? We're having arguments about British candy versus American candy right now, apparently. But hello, everybody. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a good stream. Hi. How are you? How are you? For those who don't know me, my name is Cameron JK. My pronouns are they, them. I am a chill variety streamer who focuses on indie and interactive games you may have never heard of. My eyes are very dried out because the air is filled with smoke. So my energy level gets kind of all back and forth. But we are here, and we are chilling, and we are vibing. We were talking about how the gorillas are Blur and earlier, and we were talking about how Studio Killers is actually the band The Crash. But hi. I appreciate you, and I thank you for coming by. You're close on the name, Rat. It's Allura. You forgot an L. But yeah, it's like E22 or something is like the chemical name on packaging. But yeah, the Red 40 myth is something that is so weird. Red 40's banned. No, your labeling is different. And I think we also need to be real. UK labeling needs a lot of work. Like people go, why does our food have so many more chemicals than they do in the UK? It's like we have the exact same ingredient list on most of it. We just are legally required in the States to be more specific about what's in it. No. Not quite, Rat. Not anymore. We used to in like 2021. We ain't up that far anymore. We ain't up that far anymore. We did lose some spaces due to certain political movements. Yeah. We've lost some places. What do you mean we're having an issue with cabbage and we're blaming it on Taco Bell, even though Taco Bell has nothing to do with it? What do you mean it's Taylor Farms' fault, a group that often lobbies the government to not blame them for things? What do you mean? Oh, by the way, everybody. By the way, and then this is an important little bit. Tonight's stream. Tonight I will be streaming later tonight. I will be streaming a little bit earlier than normal. I am gonna be joining a handful of friends for some Mecha Chameleon. So if you like watching Mecha Chameleon streams, things like that, I will be doing that, and I would love to have you there, and your support tonight would mean a lot if you are able to make it. I'll be going live only about half an hour earlier than my normal scheduled time, so it's still about the same, and I'll still be live during that. We will not be sharing chats or anything, so you'll still be able to chat normally. You don't have to worry about, like, new crowds of people or anything. But yeah, we'll be playing Mecha Chameleon tonight, so if that's your thing. I'm also very curious, how bad are my captions butchering Mecha? I didn't check this, actually. Da-da-da. Ba, 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 ba. I'm checking. So if I say Mecha Chameleon. Yep, that ain't right. Yeah, no, it's Mecha. Like more like matcha than mech. Yeah, I see the metric one. So I am adding. I am fixing these. So now when I say Mecha Chameleon, Met your chameleon. No, I hit the wrong thing. But I am trying to fix this. So now if I say Mecha Chameleon, and the one it did was it did Mecha Chameleon at one point, you said, right? So let's fix Mecha Chameleon. That one's got a typo. Boop, boop. There we go. Now when I say Mecha Chameleon, it'll get it right every time. Hopefully. Unless we get some weird offshoot one. What I always find funny is people will say Mecha Chameleon in on like TikTok videos talking about it, and there's always a comment going, "That's not how you say it." And it's like, yeah, yes, it is. I actually saw somebody arguing, no, it's used for giant robot. Like, no, because that's not what it means. It's mecha. It means super or large. Or very. Not large, sorry. It means super or very. So, very chameleon. Yeah, exactly. There's no giant robot in Mecha Chameleon. Granted, I would love for a workshop level that is like hiding in a giant mech. And then they could call it Mecha Chameleon. Like, hide in one of the Megazords, right? Or hide in a Gundam. Like, I'd be down for that. Sly, have you seen my base? Have you seen my base, or have you just only seen me working on this? I feel like Sly and Sly's community might want to see this, so I should probably finish this little pass here. So this is the orb. We are inside of an orb. And I'm gonna go to the entrance of the orb. The entrance is actually way underground. Rat. Is the inside of the orb. It's not done. I just need to finish my void floor. It's getting there, but I need to finish it. Yes, this is the inside of the orb. And then we go in here. And we end up down in the city. I'm slowly working on getting more and more buildings placed and getting all of that sorted. I've added some structures to this. And I love looking around and seeing the shapes of the buildings slowly popping in. But our latest addition is this building, which I don't know if you've seen. Or at least I'd say our latest, like, actually fleshed out thing. But this is the Adventurers Guild. You can go inside here. And we've got a little downstairs area. We got this. We've got our front desk with only one of the villagers manning the stations. Panic! Yeah, all of the villagers, I have a very aggressive dislike for the villagers and anything that is villager designed. So I looked for resource packs to change it, and I found one that turns them into sheep, and I'm like, this is perfect. Let's go over here. My music is too loud on this song. There we go. Turn that down just a little bit. But then we've got an area up here. We've got a little enchanting station. We've got this. I want cowtails, Rat. I really want cowtails. It's been a while. I used to use We Don't Bite, which turned them into foxes. This one hasn't been updated too much in a bit, but it works. So I'm happy with this one. I can't remember what it's called specifically. We Don't Bite was a cute one, though. We Don't Bite just did a recent update where it actually updated, like it did an update for like the new baby animals. So now the baby villagers are using the new baby fox faces and stuff. Do I still? I love this though. It's not acknowledging Voxy. Wait, if I... Will it acknowledge it if I just do this? Because it obviously can't render that far. Does this go based on that? No. I'm mad that that's not loading. It did before. I'm guessing there's just a disconnect right now between the two. I love this isometric view, though. It's super useful for, like, photos and stuff. I like how it's not rendering, but it's also definitely rendering, though. Like, what is this line? Let's go over... Let's go back to the overlook and see what we see from that. Methinks picture mode might need an update. But I need to work on so much of this. I lost my C drive, so I lost all my preloaded chunks though, and I'm sad about it. Like I had everything preloaded, and it is all I have to reload it, and it's sad. But yeah, I'm working on making a giant city. It's just been a bit since I've been able to play. I want to put in farmlands over in this area. This area is going to be flowers. We're gonna have a whole port area here. We've got a bit of a port along here as well. It's gonna go there and here, and then I'm gonna have a little like area of like a floating village, small trade village in there as well. I've got lots of plans for this. It's meant to be a never-ending project. But yeah, I really love it. But we've been working on the orb up there. I have a build guide, which just lets me see, lets me say, hey, I want a sphere. But this is the orb we were inside earlier, up there. Better camera angle. There we go. But that's the orb we were in. I gotta place the glass, and then I gotta place the skulk inside of it, and then I gotta place my light sources outside of it. It's a little bit of work. And then this is my storage room. All of these are actually chests. You can see the little flickering of that. I've got to figure out how exactly I want to deal with that, but everything is sorted. And then this should be working again, right? Yeah, because that was like over here. So this is filling up again. But yeah, we were working on, when you raided, we were working on some of the stuff. Hey, Togo! Sorry, I missed your check-in. We were working on filling in these stripes. It takes forever, and I get bored doing it, so I'm trying to focus on it when I can. And I don't really feel creative right now, so just having something to do while yapping with y'all has been the fun one. We've been talking about music growing up. We've been talking about how 80s movies had a weird obsession with incest and all the popular ones, and how that shouldn't really be ignored. That was on my mind because Cleo was playing Power Wash the other day and was talking about the whole Luke Skywalker thing, and it's like, yeah. When they didn't know, it was still weird because why would you write that? But then once they knew, why did we play off of that? You didn't need to write that. It makes me question George Lucas. And then Back to the Future did it. I'm just saying you don't need to write those. You don't need to write those things. You don't lose anything by not writing that. Like you can you could have them not know and find out that they're related. That's not actually the issue. The issue is the weird romance being pushed in there on top of it. You know, that's my issue with it, right? That's where my issue comes in. It's like, why you could have had them be siblings, sure. I'm not actually bothered by them being siblings. I'm bothered that you decided to write a weird romance arc into it. Granted, George Lucas was a creep. And didn't want Leia wearing a bra. So, I don't know. Just saying. There's a whole conversation about that. But yeah, George Lucas basically threw a fit because she demanded she would be allowed to wear a bra. There's no bras in space. Says who? Listen, I haven't liked any... Here's the thing. I haven't liked anything Lucas has done himself ever. Like, my favorite Star Wars is the Clone Wars animated series. So, Lucas didn't write any of it. So, meh. Bam. Anyone who says it's inevitable doesn't actually care about their art form. It deserves ridicule. Anything less is cowardice. Burn it. In trouble trying to sleep. I'm counting sheep, but running out. Time ticks by. Will I try? Well, stops in my mind. Down here I go. Banner. Banner. Dinner. 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 Feel like they're gonna bleed. It up and bulging out my skull. I'm gonna die. On out in my room. On my own, here it goes. Here's the cat. Here's the cat. You don't get credibility if you're a billionaire. You don't get credibility if you're a billionaire. If you're a billionaire, there's no credibility. Like I don't care what your stance is on anything. If you're a billionaire, Unless your stance as a billionaire is tax me more. Take my money. And that's the only time I'm going to care about anything they say. See, that comparison Amoru is saying it's an improvement. Which ignores a lot of everything. My stance is no intentional use of AI ever. Specifically generative AI, but I feel like that shouldn't need specified. But, yeah. No intentional use of Gen AI ever. Not if I have a choice. I had to let one of my friends know last night that the game they were streaming was Gen AI. And there was somebody in the chat who was very determined to try and defend it, saying it was just a placeholder, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, no, they don't. Like, even if they remove that, that doesn't change the fact that they think that AI placeholders are acceptable. I would never touch that. If that's enough for you, fine, but that's not enough for me. I don't know why you're trying to argue with me over that. You know? I did laugh at one TikTok comment I saw. Somebody was ripping them apart for it. Somebody tried to claim that billionaires create trillions of jobs. And they said trillions. They actually said trillions. So you can see why it was getting ripped apart. But I found it from a video reply that just said, "Can you do me a quick favor and tell me how many people there are?" Wow. Yeah, exactly right. Exactly. It's like, they do not. Oh yeah, yeah. We include every single person, regardless of age, on that one. And it's like, yeah, no, you're still coming up a bit short. Creeper. Oh man. That doesn't see me. Okay. Nope. I'm slowly creeping towards said creeper, and I'm slowly getting nervous about it. I think it sees me, and it's trying to figure out how to get over here, and it's failing. I need to take it out, though. Adhesive medical strips! Okay, go back over here. There we go. They took my squeezing arm. They took my squeezing arm! Beep, 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 beep. Do 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 do. Eh. Huh. A big breeze just came in. I smell burning again. It was a strong enough breeze, it countered my fan that is set to blow air out of my house. Did, like, the air quality get worse? Says it hasn't, but... Yeah, I was alone on the server, so I didn't bother. I feel like in the case of me, I'm probably the one person who doesn't need to set it, but everybody else does. Like, I feel like that's kind of a thing for everybody else to do it, but I feel like because you're all in my community, you're all getting notified anyway. Ugh. So it's a little different. There's actually a mod that I considered adding that I thought would be funny. But it's the ability to set a Twitch stream to play in the server. So I could essentially set up like little TV sets in everybody's base, and it would just play my stream on the TV set when I go live. Wop, 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 wop. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. There we go. No! No. Eh. I'm glad I have infinite glass. The thing I am losing in this is dye, but the dye is not, like, the end of the world, so... There we go. Go. My eyes are dry. Somebody come lick them for me. No. My eyes are very dry right now. And I am not pleased by this information. Ugh. It's the filthy air's fault. It's the filthy air's fault. I don't like it. Yay for conscience store goods being a weird. Of course you quote that. So I don't know what anime theme song this is, but this is definitely an anime theme song. I need eye drops. I think if I had to guess, it's actually probably an anime ending and outro theme. Putting eye drops in. Let's see. I'm gonna find out. Overlord! Opening theme for season 3 of Overlord. I was in one. Which is one I want Elusive to watch. Overlord is up there on the list of really good isekai. It's also unique in its premise. Like, this is the thing I always try to bring up. Isekai, one of my favorite things is seeing somebody do something different, and Overlord does handle it differently. Do, 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 do. Hi, BB. Hi. Am I gonna regret this? I'm gonna go really quick. I'm gonna go in here. And I'm gonna turn this off. So now you can hear my fan. BB, would you like to say hi? BB? Hi. Hi. Oh, now you're done. I turned those off and now you're like, nope. Ugh. Scratchy throat. Eh, eh, eh. Boo, 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 boo. The one thing that makes me happy, because we did a Mecha Comedian stream about a week ago, right? My mic filters ended up turned off for that stream for some reason. No idea why they were off, but basically it meant that I was super quiet. It was talked about beforehand that, oh, I can barely hear you over the game. Can you turn it down? Blah blah blah. So I turned down the game a bunch for a Katamari I was playing prior. Did not think to check if it was my mic that was the issue. And that meant me playing music. A lot of y'all couldn't even hear me over the music that I was playing because all my volume stuff was just out of whack. But we did fix that, so hopefully everything will be good this time around. In your window was the sound of a crescendo. You want Bob bloodstain on the carpet. In your window, it's easy, was an emote. Sat down, it was your doom. Annie, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay, Annie. Annie, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay, Annie. Annie, are you okay? You're okay. You're okay, Annie. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay, Annie. You're okay. But you're jealous. But you're okay. Bow. So much glass and sculpt to place. What's really gonna suck is just me coming back through. Honestly, though, I was gonna say like placing down all the sculk. Like that's gonna suck because I'm gonna have to go back through, and I'm gonna have to go. Okay, replace the sculk here, 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 here. Right? Like my brain's like that's gonna be a lot of work, and I hate that. But I'm realizing I don't need to do a clean placement of it. I just need to make sure that it's covered. Like I'm not using this space. So if I double place the skulk or anything like that, it's not the end of the world. Okay, you're okay, Annie. Annie, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay, Annie. You're okay. But you're jealous. But you're okay. Nice door. It's a violent one. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay, Annie. You've been struck by a smooth criminal. Bada bada bum bum. Bada bum bum. Bada bum bum. There's just so many things. So much glass, and I'm just trying to follow it cleanly. And it's driving me up the wall. Go there. There. Ah! Sometimes you need your magical friendship, and sometimes you just want to watch an overpowered monster slaughter people because they're idiots. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Speaking of overpowered monsters, slaughtering people, the Heavy Knight anime by Gohans, I like the premise of it. I like what's there. Stop moving the camera so much. I shouldn't get motion sick watching anime. Oh, which anime was it that had this song? Which anime theme is this? This is from... Oh, the Idatan Deities Know Only Peace. I really need to finish that one. That one's really good. That anime is visually really good. It reminds me a lot of early Trigger. Or even Gynax. Or Promare. Not Promare Studio. So, Production IG, Gynax, Studio Trigger, Idatan is... Yeah, it is really good. Oops. Do I have any dye up here? We got purple stained glass. Not quite. Throw that in there. There we go. My foot is sore! Why? Wow. But honestly, this is good progress, because this was down here, and now it's up there. Like, that is considerable progress. Is my pie machine backed up again? It's a little backed up. It needs pumpkins. Got space for pumpkins. Why are you stuck? Why are you there? You got knocked off of where you should be. How did that happen? It got taken in by the wrong hopper. See, it's supposed to be in here. I wasn't sure if that would fire it or not. Okay. BB, you're... BB is now pushing my keyboard. La 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 la. Okay. There we go. There we go. My throat is scratchy. I hate this weather. Do we even call this weather? It's just pollution. Is pollution weather? I don't know, actually. I don't know the qualifier there. I feel like it is at a certain point. It's definitely climate related. But I don't know if it qualifies as weather. La 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 la. Well, he's sleeping. He sleeps behind the keyboard. He likes being there, but he sleeps behind the keyboard. The problem is he's stretching, and as he's stretching, he's pushing his back up against the corner of the keyboard. I've had to place things in the way so he doesn't smack it with his tail. La 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 la. Okay, how are we looking? Like, getting the bottom half of this, I think, in its own right, would be just a massive, massive, like, positive. Obviously, I've still got to light it up. Lighting it up is going to be the worst part, but getting it in place so I don't need the guides anymore, so I don't need to worry about where I'm placing things. But yeah, because I've got to do 3/4 of the top yet. And about 1/4 of the bottom. We've got that. We've got a half over there. But we're getting there. Rude. Hey, Jing. Zombies coming from me. I got a zombie after me. Pushing the famous. Always complaining. Always complaining. Money is such a problem. Well, they got mansion. There we go. Bub it up. Okay. That is true, Rat. That is true. I do often have a zombie. I say that. The zombie is not chasing me. I'm more typically chasing the zombie. Okay, let's fix the lighting. So that stops happening. Wait, is that the only spot I need to fix the lighting?
It's my turn to play. You go off and do something else. Stretch your legs or something.
No, I gotta do
I'll
a bunch of
entertain the viewers in the meantime.
I don't think I will, Mari. we go. And there. Baby! Angry baby. We thankfully don't have zombies on this server, but still. Okay. My issue that happens with the spear is that I end up getting too close to them, and then it's a problem. But for me, I don't need the sword. There's no benefit to me having a sword. So I'd rather not use the sword. And the spear, my spear is great. Especially because my spear has Smite 5 on it. I originally had Lunge on it, and I gotta say, do not put Lunge on your spear if you're putting Fire Aspect on it. Do not, if you have Fire Aspect, do not put Lunge, okay? But I remembered I owed Rat something. And I gotta find it. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Where is it? Right there. There. Hey, Rat, I hope you're listening. And here we go. Boom. I don't need that. But yeah, you had talked about wanting it. I said that I would get it. You got Undertale from that? How did you get Undertale from me doing Welcome to the Black Parade? Like, I have Undertale songs, a song available, but that wasn't it. Yeah, I guess not knowing Black Parade would probably help, but... When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. He said, son, when you grow up, will you be the savior of the broken, the beaten, and the damned? I like the fact that Gerard Way is a fan of Great God Grove, so much so that he has both makeshift plushies of Great God Grove that exist and has brought them on stage in his recent tour. I feel like this is important information. First time I went to Mexico. I was a stranger in danger in a world unknown. Great God Grove is in my top 3 games of all time, right? In my top 3 games of all time. Also, I think that game may have the most trans characters of any game. Like, I think arguably it may have more trans characters than any other game when we're talking about characters that have written dialogue, anyway. And from that's right up my nose. 'Cause I'm to go. Why no lie was the day of the dead. Did you hear what I just said? Oh, I didn't even know it was the day of the dead. I tried not to lose my head. Oh, didn't go. No, that's not to fear them. It happens at least once a year. When hell is full, the dead will walk the earth, and apparently they come up here for the beer. But yeah, no, Great God Grove is one of my favorite games of all time. Free Ride is up there, which I'm mad at myself for not giving that the attention I should have. I blame their marketing, though. When Free Ride came out, they kept marketing it as though it was like, oh, it's secretly a personality test, when that has, like, no bearing on anything. It is a personality test, but it's just, it has no bearing on the game whatsoever. You're ideally going to find all the endings by playing, because that's the point of it. So the personality test part of it actually made me less interested in the game than how the game actually was. But Free Ride is up there. And then obviously you're not going to beat Katamari. Katamari is at the top of my list of best games of all time. Ha! I couldn't tell where I placed that one. I knew I placed it incorrectly, but I'm like, where did it go? I was blind! Okay, let's go over here. Light that one up. And we will go over here to light that one up. That is fair, Jake. That is fair. The only Megalovania song I think I've got figured out for playing music through the channel point redeem. Musical Musings, you can write chords, by the way. The only one I wrote down, and I shared it in the Discord, is Megalovania. I've got the opening of that in the keyboard. It's not weird, Amoru. I appreciate that, and I'm happy to know people are rewatching some of my VODs. Yeah, you can do chords. It's called Musical Musings. That is the channel point redeem. The instructions are on it. But yeah, no, I was very excited for that. I'm also just very excited For those who haven't heard,
Don't you think it's
Katamari.
been a while since we told Cameron we love their work?
Maybe. Once Upon a Katamari, though, is getting new paid DLC on October 8th. And it is basically just, hey, we're adding Katamari Damacy Rolling Live. 10 of the levels from that, and an entire new hub world, and 6 of the 8 cousins, and all of that to the game. So that is all being added and put into Once Upon a Katamari. So they're not new levels that we've played, but they are expanding the levels that are currently available in Once Upon a Katamari. So I'm very excited to be able to revisit those new levels on hardware that isn't lagging. I asked this in the Discord, and I don't really expect any answers. And this isn't meant as a way to guilt anybody. Does anybody have any suggestions for ways to improve my viewer turnout? Because I've kind of hit a cap. I've kind of hit a threshold, and the only real ways is getting new viewers through like short form content, and I don't have the brain to do that. And I'm not a very, for lack of wording, I'm not very clippable for short-term stuff. Because I tend to have more drawn-out, longer conversations. So it makes it really hard for me to figure out what I'm supposed to do right now, you know? I'm also not in the VTuber realm of the quote-unquote sexy VTuber look. So I can't really market that as a thing either. So I'm just kind of at the spot of I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, and it's stressful. But I feel like now is the best time to ask. Because I know y'all do like what I do. I know there is a lot of respect for what I do. But I am not marketed. And as I am not marketed, my reach has dropped. Right? I've been losing some of it, along with Twitch being pickier on what views count. Though I do believe that is web browser based and not actually Twitch's fault. I think it's just what Twitch taps into to tell. I kind of don't know what to do. And it's like, well, more Minecraft would help, and I should do more Minecraft. But obsessing over Minecraft is how I burn out. And I've also been in a spot of I have no creativity in me right now. I know I need to do more art streams. Again, no more creativity because I'm so burnt out. And it's just like, those are options I need to do, but when dealing with burnout, what I can't, you know? And I had mentioned this last night in the Discord. I need to also learn Godot because I want to move my overlay into that, and I want to get that sorted. Because I want to move my overlay into Godot so I can do more cool effects and make working on that part of my workflow. But it's a lot. Nope. That's the thing. There's not an easy answer to it. So me asking as a survey, just kind of like, if anybody has any ideas, do let me know. See, the big thing for me, right, is like, and I think this is part of what's been making it so stressful for me, and this is no hate to any of my friends, but a lot of my friends I've seen go from less viewers to me 6 months ago to more viewers than me. And it's like, I've been at this for ages. And I think it hits harder just because I was a partner. I was a partner over on Mixer. I was averaging 50 viewers per stream. And then I had to rebuild, and I was down to about 10 over here when I had to rebuild. So it sucks just hitting this point of, I know I can do better. I know I'm entertaining. I know I'm low energy right now, and I'm aware that I'm drained. I think part of what was helping with my appeal before, though, was I had my webcam on. I can't do that anymore. I mentally am not okay with showing my face online anymore. It's exhausting, and it was bad for my mental health. And I know there's like, oh, we'll get a 3D model. I got no money. If I had money I could put back towards like getting a 3D model and maybe sorting that out, I would. But I also really love being a PNG tuber. And I kind of don't want to lose that either, you know? So it's a whole mess of things. Let alone I've still got to like pay off my computer. I think we're at about $250 left on paying off the computer. But then I've also got to pay my taxes for last year yet. Those still aren't paid. I owe those by October. And then I've got to save for my taxes for next year. It's a whole thing. I'm broke. I will take a conceptual hug. I'm okay with a conceptual hug. I don't like touching in real life, but I will take a conceptual one, and because you asked. But yeah, it's just been a lot. So I'm trying to figure out how I can recover some of what I had before, and I don't know. There's a lot of like different things I do, and I'm trying to sort it. But I can only get so far. Ugh. We got a lot of progress done, honestly. It doesn't feel like it, but we completed a quarter, we got that, and I feel better about what I've done. Yeah, we are getting there. I do want to work on more Minecraft. I think that is one of the key things. Like, I do want to get a lot more Minecraft stuff done. I want to get back in the mindset of working and creating in this game again. It's important. Like, it is an important part of everything I did and do. But there's just so many things I need to do right now. There's also the theory of doing longer streams, because technically longer streams are better. But I do like having the broken up streams. It also wouldn't be able to be a consistent thing because of like overlap with like Cleos and stuff like that. Like I could do longer ones on Tuesday. Like I could do 5-6 hour streams on Tuesdays and make that a thing. I could theoretically do them on Saturdays and do longer ones then, but it's a whole, is that what I should do? Like where do I go with that? So I don't know, but I am going to call it there for today. The heat is getting to me and I'm being screamed at by cats. But I have had a good stream, and I really appreciate y'all coming by. And I appreciate Sly for the raid. Thank you. That does mean a lot. And thank you to everybody who dropped follows today. Even just checking in. Those check-ins mean more than I think you realize. To me mentally, I see them at the end of the stream, and I see all the names that came by. Thank you, Sharon. I see all the names of the people who came by, and I get to look at that, and I get to be really appreciative of that. So, again, do remember to check in. They actually do help, not just me, but I think a lot of streamers in general will really appreciate it. Oh, and I appreciate that you've been here the whole full time, Fallon. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, it's just stuff like that. It does help and mean a lot. So a serious thank you to that. I'm gonna send you away though. I'm gonna send. Where am I gonna send you? Let's go bug Iggy. Iggy is currently in Greb mode playing Batman Arkham Origins. Iggy is a good friend. Very kind. And I'm sure you will have fun over there. So go be lovely for me, okay? It's going to be a weird stream, but you get to go watch some Batman, right? So go be kind, go be lovely. I appreciate y'all a ton. I really do. And I will catch you all later tonight. I will be playing Mecha Chameleon tonight. So if you're a fan of that, definitely come check that out. If you're a fan of me, be sure to come by. But I appreciate y'all a lot. Go be lovely. Go be kind. Go be excellent. And I will catch y'all later. That said, see ya. Love ya. Bye-bye.